Yo, what up, Street Talks? Eric Kim. Alright, the thought. The thought is regarding physiological joy. So, currently reading Aristotle's Politics and also the Ethics, which could just be seen as one work. And generally my thoughts on the subject is, so Aristotle's notion is, humans desire happiness towards an end in itself. And I kind of agree with it, kind of don't agree with it. And the problem is he tends to link too much of happiness and moral virtue, which, I think the ancient Greeks and also the Romans who copied the ancient Greeks, they're not precise enough when it comes to happiness. So, Aristotle said pure happiness is the exercising of virtue, but then, what is virtue? My definition is more of a physiological happiness. So, even I kind of came across this idea first touching upon Nietzsche, who was like, how come no one's ever talked about the body? And there isn't really enough respect for the body when it comes to philosophy and thinking, and so I think that the best way to become quote happier is to create the conditions which allow you to physiologically thrive. So what is physiological thriving? It's going out, walking a lot, stepping on these nice leaves. It's always fun. Thinking about when you used to be a kid. Getting sunlight. Sunlight's always good. And also something that was very interesting reading in the Politics from Aristotle is only free men were allowed to go to the gymnasium, which is the open air gymnasium, which could be kind of seen more like a park in today's world. And my theory is the reason why we like the gymnasium is because it actually is a real place for us to exercise courage. And what is courage? Like going to a standard commercial gym now, which is fun, is like trying a 1 rep max in your deadlift, squat, bench, dumbbell press, floor press, any of the presses or any of the muscular activities. Being able to exert your maximal strength and doing an exercise which requires your courage seems like a wise thing to do. And so also one thing I've realized too is that now that I've been lifting a lot more hardcore, I just require a lot more sleep. Like last night I went to bed around like 9. I probably woke up today around like 10 a.m. And so not waking up to an alarm clock and also not thinking that is virtuous to sleep less or is not virtuous to be a machine. Because in today's world, we tend to think that it is virtuous to be maximally Yo, what's up, Kenny? Dude, your tat's looking super good, man. Send it, baby. So and this is also just like another thought I had was, it's impossible to be happy if one's health is poor, or physiological health. Like even the other day I was just tired as shit, right? And I'm going to a nice park, nice sunshine, whatever, and I'm still in like kind of a bad mood. And typically when I'm in a bad mood, it's a reflection that physiologically my body is feeling very weak and I haven't had enough sleep and stuff like that. So for me, prioritizing my sleep is apex. And this is where people tend to get confused when it comes to consumerism, capitalism is, we think we buy the Audi, the Lexus, the Lambo, the new iPhone, we'll suddenly be happy, but probably better for our happiness to prioritize our physiological happiness than our material happiness. So if you're in a position where you have the privilege to sleep whenever you want, wake up whenever you want, and to be able to wake up without the agency of an alarm clock, to me this is like one of the supreme apex forms of happiness. Also, when it comes to happiness, you know, how do we even define happiness? Good old Aristotle talks about happiness as being eudaimonia, which is like good inner soul thriving. And I believe in like a physical or physiological eudaimonia, where your body is physiologically thriving. You know, you just go to the gym, you have a good pump, you hit a new PR in your deadlift or squat or whatever it may be, and you could harness this energy to go out into the external world and you know, create more artwork. And I really do think that especially in today's COVID world, the ultimate privilege is actually being able to just go on walks outside, to not always have to be stuck to a computer screen and having to Zoom all day. So the fewer appointments, the fewer obligations you have, tends to be the better. So all of this towards what ends and towards what means, to me, is to you know, suck out the marrow of life, to contribute to life, to, you know, spread more optimism, hope, and joy, to create more artworks, and sharing more turbo thoughts which get other people going.